G'day there, podcaster, and welcome to the Craig Quartermain podcast.
No, Craig Goodwin.
Egan?
No, don't do that. He's like, yeah, ha ha ha. It must have been an interview that I wanted to do about the sport I like for once. I mean, we've got and I love the footy players, but we've always got the footy players on, and it is rare that we get to speak to someone who plays the beautiful game. I didn't even get to mention to Craig Goodwin that I use his Team of the Season card in FIFA Ultimate Team. He's on the left wing there for me. Very handy crosser. To
be fair, no one would have known what you were talking about.
That's true.
Maybe 5% of the listeners would have known what you were talking about.
Well, I'll explain it at the end of this podcast.
Our next guest is a local lad turned football star. When he's not banging them in for Adelaide United, he's banging them in for Australia.
Stuttering run up from Craig Goodwin, and he thumps it home.
Fresh off converting his penalty earlier this week to send us to the World Cup, please welcome Craig Goodwin.
Craig, what a legend. Good morning, mate. How you doing?
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Have you come down from Cloud 9 yet?
Not quite. I still don't think it's sunk in properly.
Yeah, it's just crazy. And the whole nation's been celebrating all week. We're into another World Cup. How did you celebrate after? Because obviously the game was played in Doha. There's no drinking in the UAE. Did you still sort of sneak a few beers in?
Well, yeah, you're allowed to drink in the hotels and everything there. So... after the game, we all went back. There was a lot of celebrating after the game, obviously on the bus, a lot of singing and chanting. And then once we got back to the hotel, we were allowed to have beers and stuff like that. So there was a lot of boys that were still in their playing kit down in the swimming pool and in the afternoon hours of the next day, still in their shin pads and stuff.
Yeah, so. I saw that photo of, Martin Boyle literally had his shin pads in still. I'm like, I know you're on the session, mate, but you probably could have just put some different socks on.
I'd like to go back, Craig, to the actual moment. Like, you had to put away your penalty to keep us in it to win it. We'd already missed one. What was running through your head walking up to the penalty spot?
Yeah, obviously, because I'd been substituted on at the same time as Redmayne, specifically for the penalty shootout as well. So I'd only touched the ball, I think, once or twice in the few minutes that I was on. So there was a bit of nerves, and obviously with Boyle missing his penalty, I knew I had to score. But I was just trying to think of the process. I changed my run-up slightly to what I regularly do during the season because I anticipated that they would do research on our penalties. So generally I would try and wait for the keeper to move first, but I thought that he would be waiting for me to slow down. So I decided just to change my run-up and smack it as hard as I could.
Even that is like changing your usual style for the biggest moment of your life. I'm like, but what if you blasted it too far? Like, so much pressure, but you had ice running through your veins. You converted it. I noticed as well when you're putting the ball down, it's like obviously an ultra high quality shot, and you had tape around your finger. Is that over the top of the wedding ring, or is that where the wedding ring would be, and you can't wear a ring on the field?
Yeah, that's where it would be. We're not allowed to wear it, and they check if it's under there, but we just put it on for that reason.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice. Yeah. The ref's saying no, but your wife's saying, bang that on. Make sure they know. Okay. And of course, the other big hero on the night, our keeper Andrew Redmayne. I mean, getting subbed on from Matt Ryan's also a massive move. Did you catch? He yeeted the Peruvian goalkeeper's drink bottle into the crowd because it had all the instructions written on it. Did you see that in the corner of your eye as you were lining up for your penalty?
I did not see it at the time because I was purely focused on my routine and stuff. But there's so many little side stories popping out as well. It was funny because we came on at the same time, and as we were coming on, he turned to me and said, "Are you ready to make history, brother?"
Oh,
and I didn't really. I just said at the time, I was like. F and O's. Now afterwards, when I think about it, it's like fine thing because, obviously we did, he played the penalty shootout brilliantly.
It's insane. It's insane.
With the drink bottle, I think that's smart tactics as well because all keepers have their notes. So if you can get the edge from that side, but then obviously saving the final one to send it to the World Cup.
Craig Goodwin joining you this morning on Nova Socceroo, Adelaide United star, and you mentioned they're making history. For me, I remember the exact moment. I was watching that 2005 qualifier against Uruguay, and it's very reminiscent in a way because it's Australia beating a South American team. You had Schwartzy at the time making those 2 big saves, and at that moment I was like, you know what? I want to be a Socceroo. I want to play for Australia. I want to be a goalkeeper. And that dream fizzled. I'd imagine you were watching the same game though, Craig. And there's that photo of like all those legends running off the line when we got in back then, like Viduka, Vidmar, Emerton, Kuehl, Cahill, and there's a still of you and the rest of your teammates running off the line. How does it feel to know that like you are now the player who's inspiring that next generation?
Yeah, hearing you say that kind of does make it sink in. I've seen that photo, and it's like I'm probably going to frame that photo and have it up in my memorabilia room. But it's I think it's something really special. Like I don't think I'll ever be able to put into words exactly how proud it makes me feel to be a part of the moment, and to be able to share it obviously with friends and family now, but to inspire the next generation to hopefully one day do better than what we're doing now. You know, we're making the World Cup and inspiring them, and hopefully we can put ourselves in a position that young players coming through will see that and want to do more than what we are, and that's, you know, hopefully one day trying to win the World Cup.
So damn good. Well, look, I do actually have that still from 2005 on my garage wall still, so I'm going to have to get the updated version with you guys on it. Craig Goodwin, you're a legend. Good on you and the rest of the Socceroos, and we can't wait to cheer you on at the end of the year in the World Cup.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on. Thank you.
Anytime, mate.
And that's the end of the Ben Lamb podcast with Craig Goodwin, Socceroos hero. Yeah, I said I'd sort of...
I don't think you have to explain it because I reckon people that are listening to this do know what it is. I just mean on the radio show.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Yeah, basically...
Okay.
I just want to still explain it.
Go
So
for it.
Craig Goodwin's would have, like, everyone has their, like, player in FIFA with their stats and that sort of stuff. And with Ultimate Team, like, the better you play, the better your card gets. So he had a blinder of a season. So he had, like, 3 Team of the Week cards, which is, like, huge for an Adelaide United player to be recognised on, like, a global thing. And then he got in the Team of the Season, which is, like, so he was, like, red hot. And, okay.
What?
No, you're just looking at me like you're disinterested.
No, I'm not. No, I had an idea.
What's your idea?
Well, 2 things. First thing, I'm playing with this little toy, panda, and the wheels kind of make a noise. I feel like you were looking at me kind of annoyedly that I was making noises with the wheels.
Yeah.
Was that annoying you?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, hey,
So-
I'm trying to talk about FIFA Ultimate Team, and you were playing with a little remote control panda car.
I had an idea that kind of involves FIFA Ultimate Team.
Okay.
We should do like a social post for Instagram where it's the FIFA Ultimate Team, but with like you, me, producer Bell, producer Andy, and everyone's got their stats. That could be fun.
Yeah, like anger.
Yeah.
99.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't hate that. Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because it's like, you know, soccer, us. I don't know if you love the idea, but I thought FIFA you'd be super keen.
No, yeah, I know. Now I think we've backflipped, and now I'm like, I get it. Most people wouldn't get it. I think I would like that personally, but I think the masses would not like that.
I think a lot of people would
also
still get it.
I've got to say, our Instagram like's been pretty shoddy lately.
Yeah.
Been on a big decline.
Yep.
Don't know. Maybe it's the eye surgery. Maybe people aren't used to seeing. I mean, we've done literally one post without your glasses on, but
probably just us.
People are just getting a bit sick of us, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, podcast numbers are looking strong.
Yeah,
so,
podcast numbers good. Social post numbers not as good.
So, buddy, lift your game if you listen to the podcast.
Yep.
Get around those posts.
Bye.
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.